If something happened to your aging parent tonight, would you know where to find their will, their insurance card, their Medicare card, their power of attorney, and their health care power of attorney? For most families, the honest answer is no. And that gap between, I should probably know this, and actually knowing it, that's where so much quiet worry lives. I've seen this. You love your parent, and you want their wishes honored, and you want to protect them. So when you realize that you don't actually know where their healthcare power of attorney is and where it's sitting in a drawer or their insurance policy, it can be unsettling. And it really stays with you. And here's the good news. This is flexible. And it doesn't require a single uncomfortable confrontation. You don't even have to go there. We assume that this paperwork is somewhere, but it's nothing urgent. But paperwork is often the first thing to slip when a parent starts struggling, quietly behind the closed doors, long before anything else looks different. It takes real mental energy to track the bills, the renewals, the deadlines, and put everything together. And when that energy starts to fade, the paperwork is usually the first sign. Hi, I'm Suzanne Fasella. I'm a retired physician assistant and a senior care strategist. I have 20 years of experience guiding adult children on how to take care of their aging parents. And yes, when I recently asked my son if he knew where the folder was, I gave him a big red box with all the stuff in it that he needed to know about me. And I asked him if he knew where it was. He said, I know it's somewhere. So what are you going to do, right? That happens. So the thing about it is, you do the best you can as a senior, but you always look for a way to get this stuff from your parent too, from your aging parent. It's a scary thing to admit that seniors just don't want to talk about this. And they shove all their unopened mail into a drawer and they tell you that everything's handled when they call. And you're worried about their finances and you want to see their bank statements and you don't know if they're being scammed. But in truth, in a national average, over 50% of seniors are scammed by their family. The niece or the nephew moves in, or the grandchild moves in. The next thing you know, all the fine things in the house, the jewelry, the expensive things are missing because they sold them. They get into the bank account of the senior, things are gone. So about 55% of senior scams are done by families or people they know. In my particular case, over 20 years, I'd say it's more 95%. 95% of the stuff is missing, taken by family members. So all this information, all this mail, the checkbook, is just going to stress you out. But once you get it and you look at it, it's not snooping either. It's just paying attention, and it matters. So every year, families end up in these legal battles, and the attorneys take most of the money. The attorneys see how much the estate is worth, and they decide what their billing is going to be based on that and how long they're going to fight it out. So here are 3 simple steps. First, build one central emergency folder or box. Gather the essentials. It's the insurance cards, copy of those, the list of the doctors, the power of attorney, the living will, the trusts, and of course, the health directives, the healthcare power of attorney, all right? And you just simply say, Dad, hospitals are asking families to keep this stuff together now. So, you know what? I don't have a choice. If the paramedics come, I have to have it. Oh, the paramedics aren't going to come. Well, just in case they do, I need this information. Who's your attorney? Second, move the bills and statements online so you can have access to them. I did this with my clients. I had the adult children do it with their aging parents to put everything online so they could see it and keep an eye on it. And you'd be shocked when a family member gets a hold of it and all of a sudden the finances are disappearing. Third, bring in outside help when needed. If your parent resists talking about their will or their care plan, don't push it. That rarely works, right? Instead, let a financial planner or an elder law attorney ask the hard questions. Go talk to one yourself and see how knowledgeable they are. And then you'll know what to say to your parent. It is really amazing. You can get a free consultation But it must be with an elder law attorney, one that is certified in elder law. Do not go to somebody who just makes a will. I've seen so many mistakes that way. So go to your own power of it. Just find an elder law attorney and ask them what forms you need in your state for your parent. Make sure your parent is a resident of that state, because we see a lot of times that the parent has actually changed the residency. They're in another state, and so none of the documents work. But your job isn't to supervise. It's just to build that little structure around them so that when they do collapse, you've got everything you need right there. And you build it and you protect them. You've got peace of mind, and they do too. So if you want help mapping this out, excuse me, click the links below and look at the 25-point system audit. It is one of the things that I've had to ask parents to do. I've had to ask them multiple times, please give me their information so I could get it for their adult children. Sometimes it's taken up to 6 months to get the information, but they do eventually open up. So take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.